Fingers crossed. Okay. Oh, wait. The Twitch UI is different. What's happening? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. So is this like off center? What are you laying like that for? You're a little goofball. You're so weird. You're very cute though. Look at that little dummy. Oh my god. Alright. There's my pen. Let's get into this. I have an idea that I want to play. It's been floating in my head for a minute. Let's have to do that. I also just realized I can close all these windows of Trump references. Thank goodness. I can't believe I had to look up old men sunbathing to, what a time to be alive. My goodness. Let's do vertical format. First, and then I'll go through and see if there's a cool reference. Alright, this is going to be my first new painting using my new brush setup. Very exciting. I think I like it. Does is it'll let me resize windows vertically, but not, or it'll let me resize them horizontally but not vertically. Kill me. Okay, I guess I can't have a preview. Wait, no! Oh my god, it lets me make it bigger but not smaller? Oh my goodness gracious. Horrifying, truly. Okay, well there's that at least. Have a person's torso. Maybe we need to reduce the size of this. We'll see how it goes first. And then we're gonna do, instead of having a very visible person, we're gonna do something like going across the torso. I guess it does leave one boob out. Maybe okay, well, I'm gonna have to mark that in. How that falls. Guess it can go something like that. And then we'll go get another color so I can do this on top of that. Put a shoulder there. I'll go down like that. I guess the fabric will have to be tucked over her arm here. See if we can do I always do such long forearms. Interesting. You met the mayor? Oh, dude, congrats. That's awesome. At the holiday party? Very cool. Who's snoring over there? My goodness. That's fucking awesome. Congrats, dude. That's super rad. Did everybody like your outfit? Hell yeah. That's awesome. You deserve it. This way. And actually shift where all of this is. Pictures were so bad that you were beaming last night. Oh, that's so really cute. I love that. Maybe like this is good. Maybe a hand like that would be better. Get this messaging. Maybe I can't have it covering her boobs. But it really should. Okay, we're gonna have to do this in... Okay, we'll try a couple different versions of this. Drank a good amount of alcohol and had some tacos. Hope you get invited every year. Dang, a Christmas party with tacos sounds... That's my kind of Christmas party. I like that. Okay, so maybe instead of doing it this way, we'll do it... So, in my head, it's gonna be... Maybe I tuck it over her elbow instead. So there's just gonna be so much covered by fabric. There's gonna be... Let's see. So we go like this. Her arm would go this way. Is that how I had it before? That is how I had it before. Okay, I'm doing the same thing. So tucking it over her elbow. And maybe instead of... It'll go across like this instead of going down. I'm doing good. It's been a long week. It's been a long month. It's been a long couple months. It's been a long year. But I'm surviving. And I'm excited. I think next week I'm going to try and go home either. I'm not sure whether I'm going to stream next week. I might try to make it out to visit family for my mom's birthday, which is on the 20th, and then just stay out there till Christmas. If I can. I'm gonna see if I can do that. That would be nice. Oh, what if I have like a leg tucked in front of the fabric here? I kinda like that. I think I'm gonna do that. I had such a good idea for this when I had it in my head, but the physics of this aren't working. In my head, I had this idea that fabric would go across here and cover the naughty bits here and be like flowing and pretty that way, and that somehow a hand would be able to tuck across here and hold the fabric that way.
Maybe because you've never traveled for the holidays, but that sounds like a nice time. Yeah, that's part of my idea for wanting to go a little bit early is I don't super want to travel. Like, last year I traveled Christmas Eve. And I don't want to. I was happy I got to, but I don't want to do that again. So I will. That's another motivation to go a little bit early, hopefully. And then maybe I'll go like this for the face and the boobs. That's how I'll have this part. I'm hoping to do this. I have this idea for this kind of like abstract-y flowing fabric. I'm drawing more fabric folds after how much I was ranting about the fabric folds last time. Also, I'm so excited. I'm getting to wear like so many cozy. I have some nice sweater dresses. It turns out I have 3 sweater dresses. I have one black turtleneck sweater dress. I have a red turtleneck sweater dress, and then I have this blue, like kind of like open-shouldered sweater dress. Very comfy, and I feel very cute and wintry and festive, and it's great. So in my head that was how the lines of this were going to have to go, but I don't think that that's actually... How do I move this? What I think is going to be... So that's how it would have to physically go to cover the bits I needed to cover. But the idea I had in my head when I saw the painting was more like 2 bands of fabric sweeping across here and sweeping across here in like a mirrored kind of way. Which is just tits out completely. Music is a bit loud. Oops, sorry. Thank you. I meant more like, oh, we're doing Christmas at Nan's this year. Make sure you can make it to Columbus on time. Yeah, since I live far. And up until the last, like, 5 or 6 years, I haven't had a house that I could host people at for Christmas. And even this house, I wouldn't be able to host my whole family. My aunt and uncle have, like, a cute little 3-bedroom place in Carpinteria, so there's usually space for the kids and the cousins and me and my mom and everything. But here, I don't have that much. I don't have quite as much space. People would have to get hotels, and in San Francisco during the holidays, whew, that would definitely be a thing that they probably don't want to do. So it just makes more sense to go back and visit family. I'm really mad that the physics of this idea are. I thought this was going to be like a. I thought the most challenging part of this was going to be drawing the folds, not figuring out how the heck to even integrate the folds. I used to hate that kind of stuff, but like having a packed house family for the holidays sounds kind of cute and nice. Yeah, it is. I'm happy that I went home for Thanksgiving. That ended up being nice. And hopefully Christmas will be the same. We'll see. How the heck am I supposed to do this? I had such a... notion. Maybe if I go... Sometimes I wish I had... Oh gosh, I remember being in dance studios and having those like full like size room size mirrors and being able to like see your figure and form. I wish I had something that big in my house so that I could like take reference shots and like set up lighting and do cool. Maybe that's something I should start doing, is taking my own reference shots. Because I have the lighting. I could do that. And I have ideas in my head for stuff that I need. Maybe that's a 2025 thing. Maybe I'll add that to my Patreon. Access to reference photos. Okay, so maybe making the torso smaller is not the key. Maybe making the torso bigger is better. And that way, no, never mind, that won't work either. What just happened? The safe for work OnlyFans tier. Yeah, basically. Oh, that sucks. No, you're right. It would have to be safe for work. Because I'm not going to start an OnlyFans on Patreon. But so many of my figures... It's hard sometimes using references where they have underwear that kind of cuts into like the body and changes the shape of how things fall and how lighting hits things. Like there's so many times where like I'll have a reference for somebody's chest or torso or butt and there's like a big old interruption in it. But yeah, I'm not gonna start a Patreon OnlyFans. I have cat hair just everywhere. I'm dying. Okay. So if bigger's not the way to go and smaller's not the way to go, I think I have to keep it this size. And then all the books your brother has poses for, and they're in very small underwear. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that, but like even small underwear, like especially like the like strap style, like T-strap thongs and stuff like that. Those cut into your flesh even more. What would be better is like no-show underwear. The kind of like called like the seamless. And that seems to work for panties, but not bras. Like there's like, can I show this on Twitch? I'm not gonna pull up my Google search for no-show underwear, but those are a better option because they cut into the skin less. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. But no-show bras, I feel like a lot of the time they still change how your body falls. I'm just ranting and complaining that we can't all just have beautiful, gorgeous nude people without it being weird. I like that the implication there was like, I'm the beautiful, gorgeous, and nude person. There's cat hair on top of my monitor. Oh my god. I did not dust up there last time. Oh, okay. That's a lot of cat hair. You have some of those undies and you know what you mean while you're out. Thank you. Okay. Let's figure this out. This is trickier than I thought it would be. Maybe I don't want to do this time. Maybe I'll do a speed paint first and think on it. And see what I can do with it. I saw some cool, let me grab a bunch of these images that I was thinking of adding. Oh, sad, sad, sad. So many sads. You good, buddy? What are you doing? I don't know if you hear Fripper doing that, but he's having a wee of a time over there. Some of these are random AI generated images that I found of architecture that seem pretty cool. But I'm also annoyed that they're AI art. Oh, that's 14 photos. Fuck, I can't post it on Discord. Man, I hate that Discord has a limit for how many things you can post at once. Alright. Reference photos. 1, 2. There's a meme. Friendly reminder that Luigi Mangione promotes an unrealistic beauty standard that will harm the CEO Hitman community for years to come. I like that. Six images, 7. mostly on 2022. Oh, I have a fun history meme that's kind of dumb, but I love it. I'll post that in 1 second. Okay. All right. The history meme is this one. We are. I think it's Bigger No Limit if you give them monies. No, it's hi buddy. I paid for the what is it called? Discord. What's the premium Discord called? I don't remember what it is, but I pay for it so that I can upload big enough file sizes, but it doesn't increase your cap of how many you can upload at a time. Or maybe it does. Maybe 10 is the premium limit. I'm not sure. Sorry, buddy. I know, you just can't sit on my lap right now. You can go back there, though. Go hang out with your friends. There's a whole bunch of cats hanging out on the bed. Waiting for you. Go back there. No, not here. Sorry, buddy. You're very sweet, but no. We've been hanging out earlier, so you're good. Okay, so if these are how the hands are gonna be, then you think you're too stupid to get the meme? You know, do you know the Ship of Theseus mythology about, or like how is it still the same ship if it's, so you replace one board on the deck of the Ship of Theseus, it's still the Ship of Theseus, but eventually over time, what if you replace every single board until none of the parts of the ship are the original ship? Is it still the Ship of Theseus? Yeah. So it's funny how they're both like, I like the Ship of Theseus, and you can't tell if it's the same boat anymore. Even though it's the same picture, you can't tell if it's the same boat. I don't know. I like really dumb memes like that. It's ridiculous is what it is. Oh man, I'm sleepy already. I think instead of this hand, we're gonna draw a different hand. We're gonna have it be more like, what is happening? What is it? Oh yeah, I forgot that I just uploaded all these reference images and then didn't pick one at all. There's one I saw that I thought would be really cool to do a painting of, and the others are more just kind of like random inspiration for dramatic lighting. I really want to do more dramatic lighting stuff. That's why I want to take reference photos and make my own reference photos, so that I can do cool dramatic lighting. I guess I could do that ocean one. You're too stupid. What movie is that from? Because which movie? The meme with that's Zooey Deschanel. That's from 500 Days of Summer, I think. Have you seen that? It's definitely a movie that I feel like people should watch. However, sometimes people take the wrong takeaways from it. So, the lady with the snake? What lady with the snake? What did Oh, it's AI generated nonsense, I'm pretty sure. I was mad about it too, but I really like the lighting on the back of her hair, and I was gonna use it for that. Cause look at the torch she has, look at her crown, look at her outfit, the actual dress. Yeah. But I do, and look at the snake itself too. It turns into it's like a swan-shaped snake in the back of it. Oh, I didn't even notice the hand. Oh yeah, her hands are totally... I can't believe I'm an artist, and instead of noticing the hands first, I'm like, look at that weird torch. I'm good at being an artist. I've been really about lighting on objects and things lately, though. And so that's why a few of these are mostly... I guess I could do... It gives like those campy... I know! It looks like an 80s fantasy movie. God, what I used to love about... Oh, I'm tired. The Labyrinth and Neverending Story and The Dark Crystal and What else am I thinking of? Legend. All of them have like soft, earthy vibes, but also some magical sparkles happening on, and that has informed like the aesthetic of my life so much. Not specifically this movie aesthetic, but the camera and the way it's catching the light and making it seem sparkly is very old 80s filmish, and it's something that I really like. Oh, I really like that pond, that spooky one. And the lighting in the Pam Anderson one is kind of hard to do. Maybe I won't do that tonight. And the AI generator. Man, how dare they get you hopes up with your nostalgia. Yeah, they'll do that. It's unfortunately very... It's getting to the point where if I'm like, ooh, that's gorgeous, my immediate internal response is, wait a minute, hold up now. And I have to like go and click on an artist page and I'm like, look in their bio and see if they're like, oh yeah, I'm an AI art person. But then so half the time it's a good signifier of if they're not is if they have a Blue Sky link in their profile. So that's been nice. I really need to actually start posting on Blue Sky. That's something that'll definitely be a 2025 thing for sure. So if her wrist is going like this, then, and her, there's a moth, Jesus. Maybe, so then her palm of her hand would have to be like that. And her thumb would be like that. Something like that. Oh, that looks like an AI generated hand. My goodness. I swear I can draw. Maybe it'll be this way instead. Maybe it'll be... like that. Maybe like that instead. Let's see. Hands are hard. No artist has ever been able to draw them anyways. Yeah, no, I completely agree. They're a myth. Hands are mythological creatures as far as I'm concerned. It's so funny because I actually love well-drawn hands, and when artists can draw them really well, it makes me so happy and it makes me appreciate their work so much. You would think that I would do more hand studies. Maybe that's another 2025 thing. I'll do more hand studies so that I can be the artist that I want to see in the world, doing cool hand things. That's not right. That's not correct. Did I say? Okay, good. Each rendition of this hand, I'm liking it less and less, and I might just go back to that first one I drew because it seems... Yeah, no, this is terrible. We're going back to that initial one. Awful idea. Well, that one's not great either. Okay, whatever. Do I want to do a speed paint or do I want to do... Oh, shoot. I remember what I wanted to speed paint. Oh my gosh. I took so many pictures on the train on the way home from Thanksgiving. I'll go through them and I'll do those for next week's. The only artist who can draw hands is God. Yeah. And even sometimes he fucks up, honestly. So, you know. Don't feel so bad. Okay, this is the one we're going to do. We're going to speed paint this one. Let me save this file for now. Cloth lady. Oh, by the way, I did a self-portrait. I don't remember if I posted it on the Discord yet. I think I posted it on Twitter. Why is there a moth? I'm gonna murder it. Anyways, I haven't posted on Instagram yet either. Ooh, I need to post more stuff on Instagram. I will murder you. Oh my god. Kill me. Ouch. Okay, so this is going to be a horizontal one. Did I save this file? Did I imagine that I saved it? I did imagine it. Should you hop on Blue Sky? I don't know. I haven't actually been on it that much. I see a lot of people posting on... I can't tell if I caught it, but I think I did. I'm scared. Okay. I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes on the speed painting. Save image as reference image. Skeet? What is... Ma'am. What? What? Excuse me? Stop. They're not called skeets on Blue Sky, please. They're not. Don't tell me that. Oh, God. You gotta be like, make a Blue Sky post? No! Stop. That can't be real. Oh, is on Blue Sky. What is tweeting called on Blue Sky? No! Oh my God, it's real. Stop. Oh my God, I hate the internet so much. Out of all the things. Okay. That's literally what they're calling it. Yeah, like why not call it like anything but that? How? This is like somebody on the inside wants Blue Sky to fail. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm gonna get this mod at some point, I swear I will. Oh my God. I'm never getting on Blue Sky. How is nobody like, come on guys, we need to do better. Oh my God. Alright, anyways, this is the reference image I'm gonna use. Gorgeous Blue Sky. I thought you were messing with me, Dishonest. I'm horrified. Officially, they are posts. That's fine. That's better than skeets. Oh my God. I'm on Blue Sky skeeting. Oh my God. Just kill me. Jesus. Mary and Joseph. Okay, this is a different ratio than what I'm painting, so I'm gonna... Oh my God. Seriously. Fuck off forever. Eventually I'll get him. I got some of those little... Oh my God. I'll survive. Have you guys ever had problems with those little clothing moths? And you can buy these little things that are like triangles of paper that you fold up and they stick together, and there's like some moth attractant in them, and then the moths go inside, and you hang those in your closet, or buy if you have like wool curtains or something, you can hang it, tuck it in the curtains until it collects enough of them. So I had set one, I'd hung it above the cat's little toy basket because they have a couple wool toys, and I was worried that that was kind of attracting moths. I think it might actually be an old jacket that I found in the basement, and they're attracted to that. But anyways, so I had it hanging above the cat toy thing. Well, one of the cats was very excited about this novel new object above their toy thing, and decided to get it down from there. And then, so Delilah, no, I'm sorry, buddy. So Delilah's, where did I put my pen? I hear this weird noise, and I hear her walking around, and it's like this kind of like weird, like, walk interrupted by like a fumbling paper noise. I look over and Delilah is like elbow deep into this stuck like moth thing and like flicking her leg every time she walks. And because it's sticky, it's like really sticky, I had to like cut her out of this moth trap. It's been an exciting week. It's been a very exciting week. I can't believe that Blue Sky tweets are called skeeting. That's just so much to... It's a lot for me to process today. No, cool. She's just a fashion hater. She's an innovator. No, that's true. Yeah, out of all the cats, Delilah is definitely the avant-garde adventure. Actually, she is the most model-looking out of all the cats. Okay, we're gonna start this. 3, 2, 1, start. 30 minutes, starting now. It's like a soft lavendery kind of blue color. That would be the base. Why do we use that term, avant-garde? I'm pretty sure it originated in the art world, but I know it's just like super commonly used for describing fashion. That's why I use it. I don't have any other good reason besides that. So like 2/3 of this image is this. There's some like darker blues over here. Words are wild. Oh my god. Why? What's the oh my god for, and what? I was reading this book that mentioned your city. Cool. It's always fun. Let's do this like kind of pinky over here. That's a very aggressive shade of pink that I'm adding to this. It's a little bit much. This is a little bit better. There's like yellow in the sky too. There's soft peachy grays in the background over here. And you wish you could Control F to find where they mentioned it? Is there like a... I know that like Google, sometimes when I'm searching Google, things come up as like in-book search results. I wonder if there's a way you can do that in reverse. There must be. I would imagine there has to be. Like a light gray over here. Ah, that's the perfect color. Okay, nailed it. Alright. That's going well. The sky is so light in the middle there. That's so interesting. Why does it do that? Are weird. Cool. So this has a little bit more pinky peachiness here. Drifting more into that purple down there. A little bit right there. little bit more right there. Do you ever get like so randomly nostalgic and sad about like a memory you just like your stomach hurts? I miss being a kid in Fresno and looking at the sunsets from being up in a big tree. The tree that we had in our front yard that seemed like the tallest tree in the entire world when I was a little kid at the time. And when I went back as someone older, I was like, oh shit, this is a little itty bitty tree. This is so tiny. But it felt so monumental when I was little. Let's see, this needs a little bit more lightness and darkness to it. More gray. Go. How much time? Okay, I've only done, alright, it's just over 5 minutes and we've got a really good start on this sky. I think maybe I'm getting better at speed painting. Famous last words, watch me be panicking in 10 minutes from now. I will learn nothing. I need a slightly more blue tone here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Here we go. You only have nostalgia for things that have never happened in your life. That's interesting too. I kind of want to make art that evokes that feeling. I definitely know what you mean. I've seen things where I'm like, oh, a longing for a thing like that. It's an interesting feeling. Okay, goodness, where's the fire? Buddies. I don't know if you guys could hear them running like horses right then. You don't remember much about your youth? Did they already have that, Pep? It's called the VHS filter on Insta. Alright, fair. Let's see. Can you hear it when they thunder up the stairs in alarming ways? Or is that just a joy that only I get to experience? You can't, but you bet Amanda can. I mean, Amanda has like in person heard that. Heard the chaos of the cat races. Only a lucky few have. I feel like this new brush is making me paint differently, and I think I like it. So far, we'll see. Because it picks up color slightly differently and a little bit more, yeah, it's definitely, it's making me have to think more sometimes when I put colors down. In a good way, in a positive way. I'm excited about it. Oh boy, my goodness. What are you guys doing back there? But yeah, like, look how kind of blocky some of this is. That's not usually how my paintings go. Amanda hears the purrs and meows you literally never hear. Aww. I wonder if that's something I can, like, fix on my end. I hear streamers talk about, like, there's like a thing you can plug your microphone into and then it does something to the sounds that you have and how they are interpreted by your computer. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know any of these things. But apparently that's a thing you can do. Maybe I should be doing that. Anything like that I'm thinking of right now is immediately being filed away as, oh yeah, that's a 2025 thing to think about. It's just so close to the end of the year. Probably a mixer. Yes. Okay. It's not a cheap solution? No. Okay. I can't believe I couldn't think of the word mixer. But that is literally what I was thinking of. Thank you. Okay. This is alright so far. This right here is way too dark. I don't know what I was thinking there. It's a little bit ridiculous. There's that. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, there's like, I'm missing a thing here. I'm missing like a layer of pink. A little bit. There needs to be one more kind of here. And a little bit along that edge there. A little bit along that edge there. And maybe a touch more. And we do. I think that a little needs to be scattered in here. Let me blend that out. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. That works. I love Rebelle and Pigment Mode so much. What an awesome program. I hope they make just endless amounts of money because it's truly makes such a big difference in how I paint and how much I enjoy painting. It's very, very cool. All the respect in the world to them. This is so different from most clouds that I draw. That's interesting. I'm not mad about it, but it's definitely interesting how much just brushes can impact how you paint and render things. These are the first clouds I've tried painting with this brush, and it's illuminating. I feel like there's some pun to be had there because I'm drawing clouds that are lit by sunlight, but I only have 20 minutes left and we haven't even started on the complicated part, which is all this stuff down here. So I'm gonna focus on that. I do think I'll need to go back in, and I think there's more that could be done on these upper parts in terms of balancing the sky out more. But for now, I'm gonna draw. No, yes, oh yeah. That little tiny moon. Here. What are you guys doing? That was not a normal noise. One, two. The fuck? Every cat is on the bed. I'll pause this timer real quick and go see what in the world that noise was. If I get murdered, love you guys. Oh, never mind. It was just their feeder. JK. But everybody's very cute, curled up on the bed together. It's so cozy. They're so adorable. It will fuck your whole setup up and you will cry getting it to work just the way you want, and it'll never be perfect. If you know an audio... Oh, I hit it that time. I almost got it. If I know an audio engineer, they'll like maybe enlist their help if that's the route you want to take. No, you know... Okay, I'm gonna unpause this. I think that my art is probably the important part of my setup, and as long as that's going well, I probably don't need to be be stressing too much about. Other stuff. Like, if y'all can hear me, that's probably the main concern. And since that seems to be good, I think I won't stress myself out about it too much. Grayish burgundy. God, 15 minutes left. You know how easy it would be to make your kitties more audible without making everything else more audible? Yeah, and I have like their cat fountain in here and all that jazz. Yeah, it seems like it would be a whole thing, unfortunately. Okay, and there's like no. There's more of that over here. Oh, I need the ocean color is what I need. Let's do, is it that color? Close, yeah, alright, that'll work. A little darkness along that edge. If you wanted only yourself more clear and reduce all the background noise, that could be done, but it's to a varying degree. Yeah, I would assume just like getting a bringing my mic closer to my face or something like that, right? That's how I assume that would have to go. It's too. Why? How come this is... No, I'm an idiot. That's why. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I was wondering why it wasn't behaving, right? Now I know. There's that. This. This. 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes is totally enough time to paint the whole entire rest of the painting. Yeah. Of course. Totally. Me horrified and already feeling the clock ticking down? No. No such thing. There's like a color between those two colors. It's kind of... there's like this peachy gray tone. And then there's more of like a rust tone in there. The ocean is so pretty. Oh, thank you. That's not the right color. It's to be more gray and a little bit lighter. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's some of it. No, it needs more gray. And a little bit more of this. Nope. More of this. Yeah, okay, that's better. No. There we go. Did you have some politics you wanted to rant about today? That's a good question. I've been thinking about like the CEO shooter in medicine and stuff. There's just like so much. Seeing the discourse online about all that, it's very, very clear. Something that I've noticed as somebody who has dealt with, like, in myself and in my family, people having unexpected and shitty and devastating medical conditions. A lot of people have a weirdly held belief that if they just do everything right, they're not gonna like get sick or like develop a horrible life-altering illness. Like, if they're careful, everything will be fine. And that's just like a weird, I think it's one of those things where like it's a thing that your brain does to keep you from stressing out too much about the alternative, but also when it becomes kind of like, it becomes the default for like your belief in how you engage with the world and how you expect other people to engage with medicine, like that's real short-sighted and real dumb. And I'm seeing a lot of that online right now, of people really not getting it and saying some real dumb things about like people with pre-existing conditions and stuff like that, and being like, well, you know, people were just more concerned about their health and people weren't just such horrible like fat lazy Americans and all this stuff. And it's like, no, like, no. And there was this one Twitter thread, did Luigi happen after last week's stream? Have we not talked about this yet? I don't remember. A time during the holidays in December is always, oh, you wheezing, baby girl? I'm sorry, you're a little wheezy baby. I can't remember. We memed about it in Discord. Oh yeah, okay, we definitely memed about it in Discord. But yeah, all of that is straight up insane. Yeah, you know what? I think we were talking about Trump, and the thing that I was concerned about talking about was like him getting, like in the painting, getting his head cut off. But I don't think we got to talk about CEOs getting shot. But yeah, that's crazy. All of that is insane, and the discourse surrounding it is absolutely another level of bananas. You good, baby girl? Yeah? Get it out of your system? There you go. Sweet girl. Poor thing. But yeah, seeing the like kind of disconnect that people have from reality in terms of their like mortality is it's sad, and it's interesting to see, because like everybody's gonna get old or they're gonna die. Like there's no person who makes it out of this life without some sort of chronic health issue that they have to encounter. It's not an issue of whether, it's an issue of you either die or you do have to deal with it. And so people thinking that, you know, if they're just real careful, they can avoid anything like that, is just like the most juvenile, like Santa Claus style kind of belief, where it's just like, do you exist on this planet? How did you make it alive this far with holding this kind of dumb belief system? Your friend just got diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos. Yeah, you're writing about the Supreme Court that day. Ehlers-Danlos, it's a connective tissue disorder. It can have like pretty wide-ranging impacts throughout your body, because since it's a connective tissue disorder, how it manifests in a lot of people is kind of excess flexibility, which sounds like not a like huge deal or anything, right? But what happens is you can stress your joints and tendons beyond where they're supposed to go, and they can become loosened over time, so you can end up with just like a shoulder that just occasionally dislocates. Just like you'll wake up with a dislocated shoulder. And those are like the more kind of obvious issues with it that can arise. There are also, it's a connective tissue disorder of the whole body, not just the tendons. So there are a lot of people who end up having their like issues with various internal organs and things like that too. There's like a lot of ways, depending on what kind of Ehlers-Danlos they have. There's a few kinds, and you have to get like genetic tested for it and stuff. There are a lot of interesting ways the body can fuck up royally. So, yeah. It's, yeah. Not optimal in a lot of ways. But hey, people can do yoga real well. I'm sorry, that's like it's a joke on like, there's a lot of Ehlers-Danlos folks in chronic pain subreddits, and that's kind of like a little meme about it that occasionally comes up. Because one of the suggestions for a lot of health stuff pretty often is like, you know, just do low impact exercise like yoga or and stuff like that. And it's like, that can literally make things so much worse for them. But it's also one of those relatively kind of like not super well understood things, so doctors often give suboptimal advice for it. And people just kind of have to figure things out and on their own a lot of the time, which is a bummer. On the note about people thinking they could work their way out of health issues, we know about genetic predispositions. Yeah, no, there's like there's... I have a lot of thoughts on people having weird beliefs that they can somehow evade life and its consequences. It's very, very silly. People are wild. Actually, this should go more over there. And this should go here. This should go here. And this should go more like this. How many minutes? Ah! Oh my god, I only have 5 minutes left. Oh. I'm so bad at this. Why am I like this? Oh my goodness gracious. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Why did I spend so much damn time on that beautiful sky? Absolutely is. I'm spending more time on this. I don't care. I like how my speed paints usually seem to be suggestion. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do with that. I wanted to make it a little bit more blue and a little bit more. There we go. That's better. And now people like that. Okay. Nope, that's also the wrong color. Surely don't think they can out-health genetics. You know, some people, if they've never had to encounter an issue yet, they think that they don't have health problems. And there are plenty of like genetic predispositions to things like cancer, like people being predisposed to like breast cancer and stuff that may not really make itself known until you're actively having to deal with like a crisis and a tragedy health-wise. And it's wild that some people think that if they just eat healthy, they're genuinely people who are like, I don't eat sugars and I'll like exercise every day and that'll do it. No, that's not how like bodies or health works. Like, it's not a bad idea to do things like reducing sugars and things like that, but that's not going to prevent anything that was going to get you anyways, most of the time. I should say, it can mitigate and help with some things, but you're never going to completely be able to ward yourself off from health issues based on lifestyle changes. That's just like not how bodies work. Like, there are so many reasons why somebody might not be able to have control when or how they get sick. Yeah, like even stuff like a driver in another car can hit you. Like, there's so many... No, sorry, you can't be on my lap right this second. I'm sorry, baby. There are so many factors that the idea that it's an illusion of control and like, people want to believe they have more agency in their own lives to avoid negative consequences and outcomes than they actually do. Which is like, I think, pretty normal and human, but I think it's the same kind of thing that leads people to want to believe that, like, COVID is a whole conspiracy, because the idea that sometimes bad shit happens and it's not, and it's just because bad shit happens, is terrifying and unpalatable for some people. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I get it, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't make it more correct. Time is a suggestion. I only have 1 minute left and I don't care. I will be doing more on this. It is what it is. I like this painting and it's going to be pretty and I'm going to do it. What are you looking at? Don't judge me. Butter's trying to judge me. Don't even think about it. I'm an artist. I do what I want. I'm painting beautiful things. So mean. But also, like, common shit can be dangerous too. Dude, like, so many deaths just happen in bathrooms from people slipping in a tub and stuff like that. And people will be like, but I'm careful. Like, okay, dudes. You can beat every statistic if you just try hard enough. Sure. And the annoying thing is, like, there are some things you can avoid. You can do a lot to avoid being a statistic, but I think it gives some people a false sense of an ability to control outcomes that leads to, when they have to encounter the idea that it is a false kind of belief system, they get real mad and just are like, well, okay, whatever. All right, well, this is what it is after 30 minutes. I'll take a screenshot. Instead of kind of reckoning with that their belief system might not be correct, then they just start blaming other people and are like, well, I've never gotten sick and da 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 da. And it's like, cool, that's awesome for you. So hyped that you've never gotten sick yet. But that is what it is a yet. And a lot of people in those positions are unwilling to reckon with that. I have a lot of opinions on this. Sorry. You're good at getting me going on political rants. I just have like a lot of thoughts on the beliefs that people hold to keep themselves from kind of like losing it on a daily basis, and how sometimes those are good and sometimes those are like these, they're just pacifiers of a sort. I guess the stream title was last stream's title. Oh, yeah, no, I'm really not good about remembering to change the... It's one of those things where I need to set like a little... I started setting reminders on my phone for things to do before the stream, and that one hasn't made it onto my little notepad file yet because it's not visible. It doesn't surface in front of my face, so it's only once I turn the stream on that I'm like, oh shit, titles, that's a thing. So I forget it almost every single time. It's very silly. Go. Maybe I'll only do a speed paint tonight and then I'll work on that, the fabric painting, another night, because I kind of got a late start on the stream today and I'm a little sleepy. And this is a more complicated speed paint than I initially figured it would be, because I want it to be beautiful and gorgeous and pretty, which I think is reasonable. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the speed paint goes and see how I feel after that. Oh, on the small screen it's looking good. Okay, I'm happy about this. Alright. Could certainly be worse. see. Some greenery on these sands. More greenery on these sands. Some greenery there. Some dusty, dusty roads there too. A little bit more dusty roads here. It's closer up. A little bit more greenery happening there. Go. There's one other little concrete block over here. Whoop, why did that turn that color? That's not what I wanted at all. Yeah, I don't know. All my main opinions currently are going to be the, like, healthcare CEO related, because that is the thing that I've been seeing the most wild discourse about, and people being wildly, wildly opinionated and varying degrees of correct about a lot of things. It's been an interesting time for, like, the chronic pain community, too, because it sounds like he's radicalized by chronic pain, which, and I saw today, actually, some lady got arrested when her claim got denied, and she, like, sent back, deny, defend, deposed, you're next to them, which, like, intense move. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't totally endorse or advocate for any of this, obviously. Twitch, I definitely don't endorse or advocate for any of this. But I'm not surprised that this is the state of things, and when people have tried other avenues and it's all been pointless, like, what do people think was going to happen? Like, if you pay for a service and you desperately need that service and then get denied that service when you need it most, like, how else are people supposed to respond? If all the reasonable avenues of access are taken away, then all you have. Yeah, you think he had a slip disc and had issues getting adequate treatment and took measures into his own hands. Yeah. I'm hearing, like, different things about that. He was active on Reddit about it and such. Yeah, I'm hearing different things about that, though, because, like, I heard that on Reddit he apparently had, like, a spinal fusion, and apparently, like, it went well, is what some people were saying. And then there have been, like, 5 fake manifestos going around, all with varying different reasons for what's going on in his choices and stuff. And one was like, oh, it's his mom that had the issues and radicalized him. It can go well, but not fully fix the pain. Got it. But I remember some people were saying, like, it went well and he was, like, pain-free after a much shorter amount of time than was expected. But again, like, I don't know how much of this is... The AI has been a kind of prominent feature in what people have been posting about him, unfortunately. Annoyingly. And so, it's been especially annoying since they've locked down some of his actual accounts on various social media, so you can't see the original source anymore, annoyingly, and verify it for yourself. It's really a bummer how monetized Twitter has become, because it used to be, like, such a like, breaking news. When it would happen, I would go to Twitter and you'd be able to kind of, like, get a gauge of a little bit, like, what was happening and what was going on. But there are so many profit incentives now that people will just say wild shit just to get more clicks and more responses and more everything, just for their profits. very unfortunate that that's how things are now. This is coming together all right, I think. Hey, how's it going? It's all various responses to political impotence. In Luigi's case, semi-literally, but people celebrating his action. I think that if anything has more to do with the fact that people in America are desperate for a win. But American violence is inevitable for sure. Yeah. It can go well, but not fully fix the pain like your epidural. I didn't know you had an epidural, that's gnarly. I mean, it all points to him having had a bad experience with health insurance regardless. Yeah, he was frustrated like many of us are and took his anger out on somebody he felt was responsible. Yeah, absolutely. I do think that it is like kind of important though. It's frustrating that people are inclined to make up fake manifestos and stuff to just to make a few bucks on Twitter. It's disappointing. Okay, there's that. You know, it's funny, I really like telephone poles in art, and I rarely ever draw them, interestingly enough. Oop, 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 okay. Oh, no, that's too. Eesh, eesh, eesh. Okay. Oh, I think that should be actually a dark blue color, maybe. Like a dark blue-gray. You really dislike the way mainstream media is handling the coverage? I've only seen a little bit of Main Street. What are they doing? Are they doing dumb nonsense? What's their method been so far? So many bits and pieces coming off this thing. What the heck? Okay. Good lord. They're woefully out of touch, talking shit about people venting their frustrations with humor, saying that Americans aren't like this and that's a vocal radical minority. Bro, this is like the most united I've seen. And everybody I've talked to about it too, like people who, I was talking to this real estate guy who, like, his CEOs are all like not United Healthcare level rich, but they're like of the upper class. And apparently they used to have United Healthcare as their company health plan, but they, unrelated to this, had recently switched off of it, which is like, phew, okay. But I mean, even rich people have had to deal with health insurance. They've had to deal with like the bullshit nonsense of all of it too. And he was like, yeah, no, even the CEOs at my office were kind of like, yeah, makes sense this happened. You mean, to be fair to them, it's not wrong that anarchistic terrorism is bad and doesn't help anyone, but for sure gross them to blatantly act as a mouthpiece for the upper classes. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think this is a conspiracy. I was gonna say not to be conspiratorial, but like the news is like very owned by, what's it like? Aren't like so many? Every local news station is owned by like one, major group, something like that. I feel like that's like pretty well-known knowledge at this point. Yeah, the proper channels aren't connected to anything. That's why he did it, no matter how you slice it. For me, it's mostly the BS argument that Luigi should have gone through the proper channels. Yeah, somebody on Twitter was like, to everybody who's saying, instead of using violence to get his message across and convey his displeasure, he should have done insert blank here and was like, please feel free to like tell me what channel he should have tried that would have been effective for his needs. And because it sounds like, from what he's saying, it sounds like he tried a bunch of them and they didn't work, because they're not meant to work. Like, they're literally designed to just obfuscate and delay and hinder the process enough to make enough people not be able to get through the process. I mean, every insurance company is kind of like that, but it sounds like United takes it to a very exciting new level of just like, even if you go through the process, you're fucked. So yeah, people who are like, he really should have just done this the right way. It's like, yeah, that's super effective. Definitely people usually go straight to assassination instead of just trying the easier channels first. That's how it works. Rupert Murdoch owns them all or some shit, yeah. Oh, I hadn't saved this. Okay. Playing a risky game here tonight, I guess. Man. Sheesh. This is what happens when Chris isn't here and doesn't do the, like, save check redeem. My goodness. You guys are all an integral part of my streaming ecosystem. I mean, the silver lining when you look at mainstream coverage is that, yeah, they are out of touch. That's why they've been wrong about everything I can think of besides Russia is about to invade Ukraine. Yeah. I wonder if that's ever, like there's this idea that that we live in an age where mainstream media is like incorrect and wrong, and not trustworthy. But that's mostly like a right-wing belief. But now with this stuff, this seems like to be kind of pretty universally, everybody's getting it kind of incorrect. But there isn't like a good online, it doesn't feel like there's a safe online alternative either. It just feels like all media is a little bit chaotic and untrustworthy at this moment. Because every single space is so either has profit-based motives or like radicalization motives, or both often enough. It's just gnarly. Have a good quick hi bye before you leave for work. Oh, have a good time at work. Oh my gosh, 18 months. Also that time again. That's so funny. Man, night shift is rough. I will send you good energy and vibes. Have strength, sir. But their out-of-touchness can be exploited in hopefully more sophisticated ways than electing Trump as we move forward. Or conning a mass of people, yeah. It has been interesting to see that how many people. It's that same whole meme about like, wait, Obamacare is the ACA, that thing that I get health insurance for. This is the only way that like my mom pays for her diabetes meds. Like da da da, or like this is how my grandma gets XYZ. I thought Obamacare was da 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 da. So, yeah. Well, people are gonna get conned no matter what. Snake oil is America's #1 export. I mean, and it's so incentivized for it to be because, yeah, it's profitable. We've engineered a system where it's profitable to, it's more profitable to lie to people and get them riled up about things than it is to be decent human beings. It's super chill. Truly, truly love the modern state of things. Not jaded and salty at all. No, not me. Couldn't be me. Alright, now we're gonna do the complicated part is gonna be this. Oh, this fence. Okay. But I think everything else is looking pretty good so far on this. Like, I think I'm mostly done with the rest. It's just this gonna be this odd little fence bit that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, I think. Excuse me. Where those hiccups came from, my goodness. Haven't even had any wine today. I had a nice spicy margarita last night though. That was fun. Oh, what? What? That was weird. My monitor went dead without my fridge making a noise. Oh, that's... Oh, man, I hope... Oh, my monitor's okay. Don't want it to die. You keep hearing people say people only care about what affects them. I call bullshit people taking your guns and the border doesn't affect the vast majority of Americans, and they're all up in it every day, and it's in every decision. Also, anyone feel free to let me know if you're chiming in too much. You know you're not a regular and you don't want to look too much like an ass. No, chime in all you want, dude. I am, might not seem like it, but I'm kind of an introvert, and so, like, if left to my own devices, like, streaming has actually made me talk to myself more when I'm alone or when I'm just doing any activity, because I'm used to kind of, like, having to fill the space with noise, I guess. So other people chiming in is lovely, and it makes me feel less like I'm talking to myself and a crazy person. So go nuts. They've been conned into believing these things affect them and they should care. Well, it's as somebody who has like conservative family members who get bees in their bonnets about a lot of these things, they've painted some of these issues as reasons or causes for like distresses that people are facing. Like, oh, your guys' financial issues are definitely because of illegal immigrants. Like, oh, XYZ is the cause of this, so you should really blame them. Instead of what's going on now is I feel like people are very united on the fact that like healthcare is bullshit and this is a class issue and not an immigration issue. This is not a partisan issue. This is a class issue. And I think that that's so much of what this like conditioning and kind of like brainwashing is intended to avoid, is people realizing how much of this is just, no, there's like the elites that are like Nazi Germany did with Jewish people. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. It's not ideal. It's not great. It's really fucked up. I wish we lived in a different time. No, I don't. I wish we lived in a different state of things. I feel like most times have had this level, something horrible like this happening, and if it wasn't happening, if it wasn't this, it would be something else. I just wish I wish the state of things was better, and that it wasn't so suboptimal. Okay, this is working with the like little highlights to the grass and stuff. I'm happy with how this is turning out. This is looking lovely. That makes sense. I was kind of distracted as I was rambling, but I think it made sense. I mean, after the murder, some lady, Annika, who she wrote an article called "Don't Change Culture War for Class War," and it's like, what? How does this affect you or even anyone you know? It's being blown out of proportion and they can never answer. I mean, I would say that, like, a lot of people probably can't answer, but I've definitely, like, talked to some people who do think they have answers, but they're incorrectly attributing things to stuff because that's what they've been fed. And when it's stuff that does impact them, like taxes or jobs, things like that, then of course they're going to look for an easy solution that isn't as complicated as, hey, like the political ruling elite has kind of gotten a monopoly on all this shit over the past years and are uninterested in giving it up. And so they're going to blame every other possible thing on this to keep you guys complacent. Because that's not as convenient of an answer for people to parse. Okay, now this is the complicated part. There's like so many colors in this fence. I'm going to start with dark and then we'll go. From there. Yes. Oh. I put this fence too low under the horizon. It's not going to overtake the horizon on the ocean like it does in the photo. Oh well, that's what it is. It's hard for you to blame the people being conned if the choices are here's a wrong explanation versus everything is great actually when they are one medical emergency from bankruptcy. Like someone who pays for insurance for decades only to have them deny it when it actually comes to something they need. Look at the tens of thousands wasted to have a sorry bro get good. And there are more choices, but a lot of people only have the time to look at one layer of any issue, you know. Yes, Fox News, I think that is like honestly one of the biggest issues is that it's a lot of these issues are multifaceted and complicated. Like right now I've been seeing on Twitter people trying to explain like why healthcare is bad, and they're like, yes, it's the healthcare companies' CEOs. And it's like, well, yes, that's part of it, definitely. But there's also like the issues of like an enforced and intentional scarcity of doctors. There's also the overgrowth of like administrative roles in various capacities, not just hospitals, but like all the intermediary processes in between every step of your healthcare. There's a lot of facets of this that are part of the problem, and it is much more complicated to address than just these rich bad guys are evil and these are the ones that should all be in trouble and should die. It would be nice if that was the case, but unfortunately it's a little bit more nuanced than that, and a lot of people don't have time to engage with that level of nuance. They're upset and frustrated and looking for something more immediate to blame. Oh, I don't like this at all. This is so sad. Let me see if I can. Okay, we're gonna redo this. So let's start from here because these are some like little narrow. Gosh, maybe I really should have sketched this out properly first. Then I would have been able to see that this was kind of suboptimal for. Damn. Okay, it's more like this. profiteering job-based insurance systems. Yeah, I can tell you, if I knew I had insurance to protect me that I had put in for years and suddenly needed it and they turned me down and all my avenues messed it up, I would do something similar or worse. Yeah, I genuinely think that a lot of the time, I mean, I've been a part of chronic pain communities online for years, and plenty of people end up killing themselves because they just don't have the capacity to continue existing. And if they had more ability to take steps like this, I think it's purely kind of like luck and people feeling beat down enough by their disorders that this hasn't happened already. I think that there are plenty of people who would have happily already done something like this if just having to deal with this sort of thing already puts people in a position where they feel powerless and like they can't affect change. And I think that that's worked out to the benefit of the people taking advantage of them, unfortunately. Hey Pep, hey Victor, how's it going? But yeah, I feel like now that one person has done this, I think it may be more likely that we, fortunately or unfortunately, see more people taking a more, instead of just killing themselves, maybe taking a more active measure to combat these issues. Which again, like, don't love it, but understand it completely. Like, it would be nice if it didn't seem like this was necessary to affect change of some kind. But it seems like that's the case. The craziest part is that when faced with such an extreme reality, the best of us self-uninstall. Yeah. Yep. It's grim. It is grim indeed. Alright, push this one. Let's see. We'll have to do some little rosiness on the edges of this, I think. Because there's like darkness on the tips of these, but not all along the bottom. That's interesting. Huh, okay. Weird. Yeah, it's been interesting watching the, I don't know, if you guys go on Reddit and like go into any of the chronic pain communities, there's been a lot of discourse where some people are like, damn, finally, like, people are getting it, and finally, like, the world at large is kind of getting an insight into how bad things can be. There's like a lot of, what's the word for when, not vitrification, not vilification. What's it called? Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. Validation. There's like a lot of feelings of validation. Vitrification? Where the hell? And see, this is why I say that the anarchistic violence doesn't help too, because if there are copycats and a social contagion, there for sure will be a crackdown response under Trump. That man is a CEO. This is identity politics from Burrow passed pre-crime laws to feel safe before universal health care. Well, yeah, that's something that people were talking about. Like, people are all mad and up in arms that that United Healthcare is like, we are continuing with our policies. And it's like, well, what else could they do? Because if they're like, you're right, okay, we're gonna change, then it's like, oh, cool, okay, so shooting CEOs is how we solve this. Let's do more of that. So they can't really, they can't like capitulate to this without literally sending a very clear message of like, yeah, that worked. Let's do more of that to people, you know? So I think people are a little overly optimistic in some cases about how the impact of these things is going to show up. Like, I hope that change happens, but I don't think we're going to see like a one-to-one kind of like, Oh, you're right, we're gonna change our policies. I think it'll be more along the lines of like, hey, we're thinking about changing a policy to something that's gonna exploit people more. Do you think one of us is gonna get shot for doing this? Maybe we shouldn't do this. But even that is like probably wishful thinking. I truly think that it's gonna be. Sometimes it's absolutely gonna get worse before it gets better. Are you kidding me? With like everybody, the amount of job loss that's happening, right? Everything is the instability everywhere in like so many facets of life right now. Yeah, it's hella gonna get worse before it gets better. Absolutely. Which is terrifying. Yeah. Yep. We live in interesting times. Did anybody ever read the Discworld series? Terry Pratchett wrote some amazing books, and one of the curses in Discworld is may you live in interesting times. It's like, yeah, I get it now. Yeah, I totally get it. Okay, now I need to draw some of these down here. Oops. You were thinking me today how much you tried to help out Anna Frills. It felt nice, like we were trying to do something nice for somebody on Twitch. Oh, yeah, that was like an interesting time, for sure. I don't think it worked. But yeah, we were all doing our best a little bit there, you know. And it was during the pandemic, so it was a good thing. I got it! Yes! Okay, one loft down. Who knows how many more to go. I just hope I can get enough of them before they like eat any clothes that I love. It's always devastating. Alright, I think this is like pretty much done. Yeah? What do you guys think? Maybe I need to touch up a little bit here. How much longer? Oh, you know what I can do? Okay, here, let me take a screenshot. Yeah. Looks real good. Thank you. People didn't bring about unions. Corporations brought about unions because they took their monetary power and greed too far. The scenario where it gets better relies on like AOC Dems and America Firsters teaming up to pass single payer with Luigi Mangione as America's Terry Fox. It's just gonna get worse. Yeah. And I do think that like, I really do think that the income instability that's being brought about by AI in a lot of industries is going to destabilize things in a lot of ways, to the point where I think the wheels of capitalism will stop turning at some point when enough people don't have income to keep spending on companies that their entire purpose for existence is making enough profits for the next quarter. I think that is going to be an interesting facet of the next 4 years, and I don't think that Trump is going to handle it in a very good way at all. Not looking forward to that. I think it's going to be gnarly. We'll see though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everything's going to be so chill and peaceful and lovely, and we'll all have such a good time. I would love to eat my words on this one. For sure. I don't think I'm going to though. Capitalism will never stop turning. No, it will. Like there's a finite amount of wealth concentration that can happen for companies to still be turning a profit. Like, if there's not enough wealth for people to spend money at companies, then things eventually do fall apart. But it's not going to be in a pleasant way for anyone. I mean, it won't go peacefully. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, definitely not. And yeah, it didn't work, but it felt kind of nice and peaceful, like being with cool people. A lot of fucked up things happened there. Yeah. I mean, that's Twitch in general, it seems like, unfortunately. Have you heard? I don't know how she's doing. Like, I haven't checked up on her in a million years. I know she tried to start streaming again at some point last year, and I don't know what happened with that. Like, is she still in school? Like, what is... I have no clue what is going on in her world, but I hope it's good stuff for her sake. I think after I do these last little touch-ups on the sky up here, I think that's when I'll call it and say that this is good to go. Because I think this is in a good spot. Me neither, she doesn't reply to you anymore. That's a bummer. I hope she's doing well. I know she was struggling with like a lot of the mental health issue side of it, and that can make people self-isolate and not want to listen to people around them who are telling them different things than what their brain wants to believe. Definitely difficult. Hope things got better for her. She's just very destructive to the people around her too, so it's probably for the best that she stopped responding to you and stuff. For like your sake, I mean. Did I tell you I went back to school, Victor? I think it's been a minute since you've been on stream, but I'm back in school and going to try to eventually get an MFT license. Funnily enough, very similar little pattern there. Yay, thank you. I'm excited. I just signed up for some of the winter semester classes now that the fall semester is over. Or is it spring semester? I can't remember. Whatever semester just ended, I'm signing up for the new ones. What do you guys think of these clouds? Should I keep fussing with it? Let it be? I don't know. MFT, marriage and family therapist. Yeah. You're also going for an MS in computer science at the moment. Oh, I remember you were telling me about that, yeah. That's rough, don't tell me that. Here in San Francisco, it seems to be pretty lucrative, honestly. Like private practices and stuff seem to be able to charge whatever they want to charge, as long as you have like good reviews and stuff like that, and good referrals. So you're in research psychology. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Okay, good. Yeah, that's true. I remember now. I was like, this is my backup. This is my like insurance for if AI completely takes over art and I have to pivot real hard. Although AI can take over psychology too, so who knows? Have you seen people... Okay, how do you guys feel about people using Claude for therapy? Have you guys seen that? Or various AIs. I've just mostly been seeing people using Claude, and I find it interesting. Claude, yeah, and Claude is the Anthropic chat GPT, I think. Claude is Anthropic, right? Which one is Claude? Claude is the Anthropic version of ChatGPT. He's apparently like oh my god, I've been online too much. The fact that it has like a human name, it fucks with me sometimes. But also people online have started to refer to it as he, and it's an info hazard. It's like infected my brain, and now I've started doing that too. But yeah, so Claude is apparently one of the more personable ones and seems to be good at... People seem to think it's good at resolving conflicts, Please yell at me if I keep saying he when referring to a chat bot. It's wild how much that info hazard gets in your brain. But apparently people like him a lot because fuck, I just did it again. People like Claude a lot because it is personable and seems to dissect interpersonal situations well. And but the problem I found when I was playing with it was that you can give it instructions ahead of time, like, hey, you are a an elitely educated, renowned interpersonal mediator / couples therapist / whatever. You show no bias toward either party and are focused on like these principles, da da da. You can tell it how you want it to behave, basically. But even if you do that, if you push back a little bit, if you're like, no, actually I think the other person was wrong, it'll be like, you know what, that's a really good insight. You're right, they are actually wrong for this reason. So you have to the only way to get it to be actually to give you an unbiased kind of feedback is to literally open 2 different chats with it, put the same like initial prompt about being like a good therapist, etc., and then tell it you're both sides. In one chat, be like, I'm this person, please like tell me like what. Yeah, no, it is. It's a shitty first year therapist with imposter syndrome. Yeah. And so you have to open up 2 chats and tell it you're the one person on one side and then you're the other person on the other side, and be like, tell me what I did wrong here. What do you think the other person could have done better? And you have to do that on both sides, and that's the only way you get it to work. But I'm not hearing that people are doing that. I'm hearing that they're just like, no, I told it to be unbiased with me, so it's gonna be unbiased with me. And it's like, no, these are like trained to be super amenable. I'm just doing the work yourself. Yeah. I mean, it is. I have gotten some like interesting. It's good to collate information and get some insights from it, but I don't think it is not a replacement for a real therapist currently. Not at all. But it is interesting, and I think to people who don't have any other options, like maybe it could be. There's just so many. I actually don't think that's correct. What I was about to say. I was gonna say maybe it's an option for people who don't have anything better, but unless you go through all those steps to be like, hey, like, I'm gonna pretend to be both sides and do all that, like, it's not gonna be unbiased, and you're gonna end up just validating yourself and cementing bad habits. Like, I can think of my ex using it. Oh my god, I can see that would have been so. Oh, that would have just reinforced so many bad things. Yeah. So until somebody decides that a more antagonistic style AI chatbot is desired by the populace, then that risk is going to be there. Can you hear them snoring? Oh, look at all these sleepy babies over here. 1, 2, 3, and then Ferbert is kind of like a little bit, you can barely see him. He's dark in that, but you can see, where's my pen? Can you see, that one's Delilah. And then over there is Thumbelina. Oh, no. There's Thumbelina. And then there's Nusha. Kind of. And then I have a little butter next to me who is passed the fuck out. Her head is falling off the side of the chair. Oh, baby girl. What are you dreaming? Oh, everybody's so happy and cozy. Anyways, I think this is done. I like it. I think it's pretty. Wait, no, I lied. It's not done. Love that little butter babe. She's such a little good baby. Oh, we had an exciting time the other day. Every once in a while, I will bring out the iPad fish game again for Thumbelina, because she'll play it for a little bit. It was what she played when she was a little baby. And every time I bring it out, she'll play with it for a little bit and then get bored of it. And then I don't bring it up for like another 6 months. And then 6 months will go by. And then I'll turn it on one time and I'll hit one of the mice, and she'll hear the noise because it goes like, and she'll hear that and just be like, and be like, so like, oh my god, it's mouse time, oh my god, and be so excited. And it's very, 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 very cute. And so I had some fun playing with her with that last night. It was very, very adorable. We have a feral brain cell now, Saren. He's orange? Ever watching for food and fights with our other gray feral? Gandalf? Oh, that's hella cute. I'm excited for you. That's fun. Is it cold there? How's like the weather for ferals out there at this time? My mom has orange cats are just made of love. Oh, they are. I mean, you only have one brain cell. If you're gonna use it for something, that's the best option, honestly. What was I gonna say? Yeah, mom has had some, like, seen some cats around that are kind of struggling with the chill and the cold this time of year, and it's feeling bad for them and stuff. It's 51 and rainy right now, yeah. Boy, I was so glad I was out on the catio with my hammock and a heated blanket yesterday, and before I went out, I was like, you know, it hasn't really been rainy. I'll put it away tonight just in case, just so that it doesn't get like morning dew on it or whatever. Because I'd left it out one night because I thought I was gonna go back out there, so it was out there for a couple nights. So glad I brought it in last night because it ended up raining all night. Whew. I have some like good karma coming to me for some reason. Don't know what I did, but I'm happy I got it. Okay, I think if I keep fussing with this, I'm just gonna keep fussing forever. I think it's done. Right? I think this is good. I guess there's technically one little goobery thing going on over here. Good karma for being a cool person. You like it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna call it a day on this. Do I want to do more? I've been on for 2 hours. That's not very long. It's not a very long stream at all compared to what I normally do. I guess we could go back to the complicated art. I don't want to do that tonight. Let me see if there's another thing I want to speed paint. Let's do... Also, I'm like really... So, after I finished... Oh yeah, I haven't really talked to you guys in person since I finished the Trump piece. So, when I was working on the, like, Sword in the Blood after, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, interesting. And you know what I realized? I didn't even make it as gory as the original. In the original, there's like blood spurting out of Holofernes' neck, and I didn't draw that in the Trump piece, so I didn't even make it as gory as I could have made it. But yeah, I'm happy with how I can paint blood. Happy to know I can do that. It's not really my jam. I don't think it's super my jam, and I don't know that I want to paint more. Oh, baby girl, so many dreams, big dreams, kicking her feet. Oh, I hope she's having fun chasing mice or something. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh, here's more references. I was talking about... What was I talking about? My brain just completely stopped working. Okay. Well, that's super useful. Love when that happens. I guess I'll just post some of these references and see if I can get some pretty pictures up here. Oh, here's another beachy painting with fence posts in it. Why do I like beachy paintings with fence posts so much? It's interesting. Ooh, this is a pretty one. Okay, that's 10. Let's do another 10. I took a lot of photos on this most recent train ride. There was just really good overcast skies. It was really pretty. Okay, there's that. There's that. Boy, Butter is fighting demons in her dreams. There's 10 more. Here's another. 10. that's an interesting one. I like the cast shadow in this one. Maybe I'll do that one next. There's lots of good rust colors on these two. There's some weird construction. Why you like anything complex? Oh yeah, I was talking about the Trump illustration. Yeah, I forgot. So yeah, I hadn't really. I started hating that painting after I finished it. I was like, oh, this feels like kind of like trite. This just feels like angry political art. It just feels gory. It feels unnecessary. Da 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 da. I was like really starting to like not really vibe with it. But once I put the "Girls Will Be Girls" text on it, I was like, okay, this was the original plan all along. I do think it's a good bit with that. It's a cute little tongue-in-cheek historical reference kind of fun little vibe thing going on there. Yeah, I don't think I necessarily want to paint a bunch of violent political art. And now I know. I have learned my lesson. I am dumping so many ocean and landscape photos in the Discord right now, by the way, guys. My apologies if you guys are getting spammed with notifications. It was just a very gorgeous, gloomy kind of train ride. And I was in like a sad mood during that too, so it felt fitting. Like the earth was a little bit gloomy with me. And gave me pretty skies to compensate. Oh, I have another thing that I should upload. I was working on this series of paintings this year of... Every time I've traveled this year, I always take pictures of clouds, because I love painting clouds. Y'all know me. Clouds are great. Clouds are my favorite. And so I was going to do a series of clouds from everywhere I traveled this year. And do that. I was like almost finished with those. I should finish those and post them. Because they're good. They're like... I'm pretty happy with how they were turning out. I thought they were pretty cool. Thought they would have made a good little gift. Ooh, it's hard to pick which the best one of these pictures are. Ooh, this is difficult. I'll have to choose once they're on my bigger screen. Again, sorry for spamming these in the Discord. It's my Discord. Why am I apologizing to y'all? There's one with a fence in it. Yeah! There's a bunch with fences. Well, there's a couple, I think, that I remember seeing that I liked. You know, it's funny. I didn't really enjoy painting this fence, but I really like how it looks. Maybe that's something that I have to get over. Because I do think fences are aesthetically valuable in paintings. They're like a nice graphic structural contrast to natural shapes and elements, which I find really, really beautiful and fun. So I probably just need to get over it and get good. This is a skill issue. I just need to not be a scrub and get better at painting fences, is what it is. Okay, there's that. There's... That's a decent one. That's a decent one. That's a pretty one. That's a pretty one. Okay, I think now we're finally getting to boring ones that I might not upload because they're kind of meh. There's so many. The sky was just really good that day. Very like desaturated, kind of dreamy vibes. Did I tell you guys how I took the My Turn reference photo dump? Yeah, basically. Did I tell you guys how I got the business class Amtrak seat this past time? Because it was like $15 more. And I was like, I usually spend $15 on a like a little pizza and a Bloody Mary or something anyways, so Might as well spend that $15. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna do a cute illustration of my my family's cat. That's what I was gonna do. It's like a little Christmassy thank you thing. Because they have such a pretty house and a pretty cat. Okay, I think that is all the references that I will post. Oh gosh, there's a whole train ride down. That one was not as aesthetic. I did take pictures of some things. Oh fuck, there's already a cool picture there. Alright, fine. Okay, I'll post one picture from that. Nope, I'll post two because that's also very cool. Why do I take so many good landscape pictures? What is wrong with me? Maybe I need to get into photography. That's a thought. No, but I like painting things, actually. I think painting things is better. Okay, that's all. That's all the reference photos. But also, you've been in a funk the past 2 weeks, so maybe it's just been a shitty time in the universe. You'll get into foot topography? Photography, not foot topography. There are some people who are into foot topography. I do think it's WikiFeet will never be the same. Amanda, what the fuck? That's so gorgeous. Wait, oh shoot, wait, no, I saw a thing. Wait, hold up. I will finish the sentence. I saw like a very small version of one of those and I was like, okay, this means something. Like this is like the universe. I've never seen like a rainbow around the clouds and the sun before, and this is the universe like maybe being nice to me and like throwing me a bone and being like, here's a pretty thing for you. Where the hell is it? Oh, it definitely was a thing. Where did I put it? Oh, September? No. No, it was after October. It's way too far. Here it is. It's not a great picture of it, but how do I there we go. Definitely not as cool as those. Oh, you downloaded them specifically for me. Okay, I was gonna say, god damn, I am hella jealous you got to see those because that's crazy beautiful. I saw this little one. You can kind of see it in the distance of this. Hard to see. But I'd never seen one of these in real life before. I was so excited. Yours was a view from your cabana in the Bahamas. That's awesome. I want to go to the Bahamas. Yeah, and that little beautiful slip of sunlight followed me for like 30 minutes, I want to say, on the train. Maybe not 30, but like it wasn't just a brief thing that I got shots of. I got like a number of pictures of it spanning, what is this? So the last one was at 4:18. The first one was at 4:09 was the first one. Where is it? Just peeking over a hill like that. Maybe I'll paint one of these. This seems like a nice thing to paint. It's one of those things though that might actually not translate well to. There are certain things that look unrealistic in reality, so when you paint them it just looks like you painted reality wrong. There's this series of buildings where the light reflects off of one building and hits another in San Francisco, and it looks completely unrealistic, and it's like, ooh, the shadows are so complicated, it'd be so fun to paint. But I know that somebody would look at that and be like, like I just choked on myself. They'll look at it and be like, oh, that's like probably like AI generated. Look at how wrong the shadows are or something. At this point, it would have been back in the day. People would have just been like, oh, somebody painted that wrong. But now it'd be like, that's probably AI generated. Oh yeah, I switched to the Creative Cloud. I switched it. Very excited about that. Very pleased with myself. I should say so right now, if you pay an Adobe subscription, you can cancel and switch to the $29.99 a month Black Friday discount kind of one to do that. And it persists for 12 months and then it goes back to the normal one, but then you can do it again. So have fun. very useful. Okay, so out of all those references that I just uploaded, which one am I gonna paint? Now I gotta choose. Oh my gosh, I'm sleepy. It's been a long week. Oh, cat photos! I didn't even see the cat photos at first, Amanda. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love y'all for sending stuff too. What do you guys think of the, gosh, Xbox, that boat out there is huge. That's crazy. What is the Ariana Grande photo? That's so funny. Look at the pattern of the leaves, the shadows of the leaves on that fence. That's what I mean. That looks generated. Somebody's gonna look at that. Oh, Disney cruise ship, okay. Somebody's gonna look at that and be like, she didn't paint those shadows right. But I do love those cat poses. Those are absolutely adorable. That's so funny. Little goobers. What absolute goobers. Maybe I will try to paint a cat. Maybe I'll do my aunt's cat though. Because I want to have a little Christmas present to give them. Oh my gosh. I don't want to have to deal with Christmas. I just want to sleep. I do have like, normally for Christmas each year, I plan a thing and make like a batch of stuff for everybody. And I have some ideas for it, but it's so late in the game and I've been so busy, I just haven't done it. So maybe this will be like it's good that this is going to be a quieter Christmas, I think. We'll see. Just hanging out with family and stuff. Alright. You haven't gone Christmas shopping? Yeah. I got some stuff early on for a couple things, like for my mom and stuff. You're being super apathetic. It feels like that kind of year. It really does. It's not kind of suboptimal year for certain things. Also, I don't remember if I told you guys, I got another set of holes pierced in my ears a few months back. Not a few months. The end of October. And remember when I went to Cabo earlier in the year and that one piercing got like knocked out of my ear and I thought it was embedded in my ear and it wasn't? That same piercing that I got re-pierced this time, it's fucking up again. Somebody like shoulder checked me when I was walking down Market and it was like a tall person and it like bumped my ear and now there's like a big swollen thing on that piercing again. I think I'm just not destined to have that part pierced. It's very frustrating. Because I want like symmetrical little trios of stars. There's little sparkly stars in my ears and it just doesn't seem like I'm ever going to get to enjoy those. I'm salty. No, in those spots a hoop actually agitates cartilage more, apparently. I had that problem when I got one on this year, and they originally pierced it with a hoop, and then it kept having issues, and it had one of those, I started doing a keloid thing, and I've never had problems with keloid scars before until I tried that one. So studs are the way to go. I think the post on this one might be a little bit too short, so I think I have to go in and get them to fix it. You're doing that to reopen your holes now that you're not uniform restricted? Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, let's import a reference image here. Do I want to paint this cat or do I want to do another landscape? I really like painting landscapes. Maybe I should do an abstract speed paint sometime. I've learned I don't like painting abstracts on the computer as much as I like painting them in real life. Which I think is reasonable. It's not super surprising. Maybe if you... Oh my god, we'd love to get pierced this coming year. It's kind of a landscape. There's plants. Yeah, you're right. Should I... So when I have these reference images up, I have them on my big monitor so I can look up and down and do them. Should I add a thing on the stream? Wait, actually there's totally room for that. Hang on, let me do that. Since it's a vertical one, I can go... What is this one? I don't know what this display capture is of. behind something. Oh, okay. So this one, I'll just scooch this like that. And then I'll go like this. And like this. Oops. And maybe make it smaller and go like this. Wait, why would you lose your job? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just brush over that, Dishonest. What do you mean? What are you talking about? If you don't lose your job. What do you mean? Could make us worried about you. Okay, so now there's two little, oh my god, this whole left side of my, I need to fix my stream. I need to redo my stream layout and make things better. This is ridiculous. Okay, but now you guys can see the reference. Oh, you're seasonal. Oh, got it, okay. All right, this one is gonna be, I think I care enough about getting this one right because it's gonna be a Christmas present that what I will do is, can I resize this on the canvas? How do I change that? Transform image on canvas. Yes, here we go. Then I might trace some of the basic shapes a little bit to get it down. And then I'll go from there. Guys, I'm tracing. I'm a bad artist. Little toes, little toes, little toes. Little ears, little nose. Ooh, bricks. Bricks on a speed painting. What am I thinking? Ooh. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. That might be something I add after. Okay, here's a flower pot. There's some of those. There's some of those. There's the edges of the bright light there. There's that. Here's some bright, crisp edges there. There's that. Flower pot, flower pot, flower pot. There's that. I think everything else I can kind of wing from. Yeah, everything else This is just a lot of stuff I don't usually paint, so I'm sorry, what? Getting bricked up on a speed paint, not clickbait? Oh my god. That's funny. Okay. I was concerned for a minute there. If they don't like how you perform, then you get cut after the holidays, and boy are they working you to the fullest. Yeah, that seems pretty typical for seasonal jobs. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start this 30-minute timer. I'm definitely going to take more than 30 minutes on this if I need to, because it's going to be a Christmas present for my aunt and uncle, so. Okay. Ready, set, go. Okay. Let's see. What is the overarching color on the back of this? I probably should have picked that out first. That would have been smart, but we're not. We're not really doing the smartest today, so we'll see. Sneezenal is what they call it when you're a temp at the Pepper Factory. That's cute. Alright. So another reason I'm excited about doing this painting, this kind of exemplifies something I love so much about art, in that the lighting on these leaves is so fun, because these bright, crisp edges are like this glowing bright green, but then the shadows are like blue, gray, purple. Ugh, I'm so excited about it. So that's gonna be really fun. That's gonna be fun to paint. I'm hyped about it. This is gonna take, oh my god, yeah. I already know this is not gonna be a very, I'm not gonna finish finish this speed paint in the allotted time for sure. For sure, not gonna be able to do that. I can already. I just know myself. It's not gonna happen. There's just too much prettiness and too much interesting lighting going on. Maybe this should be like an hour speed paint. Maybe that's what I should do. Oh shoot, I forgot to check how long I'd spent on the... Hang on, hold up. I'm gonna pause this real quick. We're gonna go to... Okay, these are the screenshots. I took this one at... Oh, tell me when I... Come on. Tell me when I took this dang photo. This screenshot. 7:21 was when the half-hour timer went off, and 7:57. So yeah, it was basically like an hour speed paint instead of a half an hour speed paint. Okay, I'm not terribly mad about that. That's still a good amount of time for painting, I think. Could be worse, certainly. Also, there's green in the background there, but it's more blue over there. Interesting. Hi, can I help you? That was very aggressive, the way you just jumped up here, ma'am. Hello? So rude. My goodness. Goodness gracious. So this is shadow that I'm seeing down there, and I need like a fun... Oh, this is gonna be so interesting. It's gonna be so challenging. Okay, this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna get this, and we're gonna emphasize the colors in this a little bit more than it actually is as well, I think, because I want to. Like, I think I'm gonna make this more purple than it actually is. And that's nice because my aunt and uncle like purple. It needs to be purple blue though, not that purple. We're going with this color. Yeah, this is definitely not gonna be a... Oh shoot! Forgot to unpause it, my bad. That's how I'm gaming this system. That's how I'm gonna somehow magically finish this in under 30 minutes, is by saving myself a few minutes here and there by pausing and forgetting to unpause it. That'll totally work and do enough. Surely I can accumulate a half an hour of art using that strategy. Absolutely ridiculous. Look at this cow with its cute little paws. Oh my goodness. So precious. You know what I should do is, oh my god, I really hope that I, okay. I couldn't remember if I put the sketch layer anywhere in particular. Oops. So we're gonna fill this in and then we're gonna make it into more of a gradient is what we're gonna do, is how that's gonna happen. And it looks like it's more warm purpley blue over here. Oh shit, where's the, oh, it fades, it blends out, that's what happened, okay. But in the upper right hand corner, it's more, more of a green blue. So that's what we're gonna do over there. I was talking to a person today. I ordered so the shirt that I finished last week, I ordered a shirt version of it and a tote bag of it and some stickers of it. And this person I was talking to was like, every time you leave the house, you need to be wearing that shirt. You need to make that your brand. You need to be carrying a bag with that on it. You need to be doing this. Like, you got to market this. Like, you'll be able to make bank on that. And I was like, but I like my clothes and wearing cute dresses, and I'll wear it sometime. I'm sure, like, I want to see, like, how it prints out as a t-shirt. I'm excited about that. But I'm not gonna wear it every day of my life. I'm not that, quite that, tied to it. The imposter duck was wrong again. So, I did order one of the shirts to see how it looks. And I will post, when I get it. But it is not going to be my entire new wardrobe as of yet. I will, I do think he's correct in that it would be a good strategy, but I like clothes. I like dressing up and having cute stuff too much. But I don't disagree with his strategy in terms of whether it be viable or not. I feel you. You want to serve that bitch and not have it right across my chest. Yeah. For sure. And I think that, like, people, we were talking about how, like, yeah, come January, once, like, I think that right now Trump has taken kind of a back burner to all this CEO killing stuff a little bit. But then he did an interview about tariffs and stuff, and he just said some of the dumbest shit in the world. So maybe he's not taking a backseat. Maybe it's just, it is convenient. It is a convenient distraction from his chaos. But what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think come January, I think when people are like, oh yeah, we have to deal with this dude. Great. Maybe I will advertise that shirt again some more. And I wish I'd thought about it before the election or had finished it shortly after the election. I feel like that would have been a good... Oh, my computer just lagged. Oops. I feel like that would have been good timing if I was looking for marketing kind of stuff. But art takes time, and I'm a busy lady, so it is what it is. Alright, so we are almost done blocking in the shadows over here. There's going to be some cute little dappled light patterns over here because there's like cute little beautiful dappled light. We'll see. Oh my goodness, you hear all that jingling going on out there? Thumbelina's getting into something. I don't know how much you guys can hear of the cats when they're getting into things downstairs. I hear it pretty clear from where I'm at. I don't know how much translates over the stream when they're getting into shenanigans over there. Wait, are we talking about a shirt with the Holofernes art? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I put it, oh, I'm tired. I put it on Redbubble for now. If I haven't posted on TikTok yet, I need to make a video. I think once the shirt arrives, I'll put it on and be like, hey, y'all seen that shirt floating around with like the super cool Judith and Holofernes art that says girls being girls? Well, guess what I have for you? And then I'll post it on TikTok. But until then, I haven't yet. I like blocking in shadows. This feels nice for my brain. I don't know why, but it makes me very happy. Especially because like there's definitely going to be some more warmth in a couple of these areas. And this actually reminds me of kind of like some of the abstract kind of stuff I've been wanting to do more of is with like color blocking and big kind of oh, no no I ruined it. Everything is terrible. But yeah, some of like the more color blocky kind of stuff that is easier to do with abstract than it is with stuff like this. but this is working with this, so I'm not mad about it. Okay. I think there's an irony about capitalizing on the money-making potential of a shirt that gives this shirt kills tyrant vibes. Well, yeah, that was the whole thing, is that I was kind of salty that it was just like a bunch of drop shippers who'd made these low effort kind of trash shirts with like, I like a kind of cool message. Like I like that it's like kind of a historical reference, and I was like, I think I can put a little bit more artistic effort in this and make it a little bit more relevant for modern times, rather than just people getting the benefits of art that is no longer under copyright because it's existed for a couple thousand years. And yeah, so that is that was what made me salty enough to do a whole painting about it. Sometimes salt is good motivation, you know? Or just like being like, I know I could do this better. Maybe that's not exactly salt, but it is an adjacent flavor, is what that is. Let's see, maybe a little bit more green. Pickle juice. I'm hungry now. Why would you say that, Amanda? Now I want pickle juice. How dare you? Fermented salty. Okay, I see. I knew you were going somewhere with it, but also now I just kind of want kimchi or pickles in general. I would like that. I also have been craving hot chocolate and hot apple cider, probably because it's winter. But man, I'm so mad. I accidentally bought, like a year ago, a bunch of, okay, if you guys want to know the best hot chocolate brand ever, Land O'Lakes, like the butter, that hot chocolate brand is incredible. I don't know whether they put like powdered butter in it or something, but it's amazing. I love it so much. Highly recommend it. Before the movie, I had to chug some pickle juice. You were saving the apartment fridge for egg salad. You love Land O'Lakes butter. Do you love Land O'Lakes hot chocolate? Because if you haven't had it, you gotta try it. It is stupidly good. You have. And cocoa. Yes. Okay. You know what I'm talking about then. Well, last year they were having like a sale at some point, and I misclicked, and instead of ordering the variety pack, I ordered a whole bunch of the strawberries and cream cocoa. So I spent like a year working my way through it, and I still have like 10 packs of it, but I really don't feel like I can justify getting a whole nother, because it's like pricey cocoa. Abuelita is good also. Yeah, I do like Abuelita. But yeah, I don't feel like I can justify? I just feel like I should finish this cocoa before I like buy another giant variety pack of cocoa. But I'm like also sad because I'm a little tired of the strawberries and cream. Yeah, a little bit done with it. How about multiply? Does that work for that? Let's do... Yeah, okay, I guess I like that. Can I put it under there? There we go, that's a little better. And can I... Yeah, I'll be able to draw the bricks under that now. And I'll be able to... Yeah, I'll be able to do that. World Market has the best white cocoa you've ever had, and they stopped carrying it several years back. Oh no! It is past the time for functioning brain cells. Yeah. And actually, I'm like... Let's see. It's already been 15 minutes. Oh my god. I think I'll paint till the end of this 30 minutes, because then it'll be 9. Because I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I'm a sleepy baby. Let's see if I can paint this cat a little bit. Well, first let me get these agave leaves down, and then I will paint the cat. Paint the cat. like that internet songs are also kind of cognitive hazards that can just live in your brain. I'm sure you guys appreciate my amazing singing along with this. You're welcome for the serenade. You're sundowning hard. Oh my god. I'm gonna steal that reference. That's funny. Man, in the weeks leading up to the election, I was watching this mental health podcast that was documenting all they had like metrics on how many times Trump would do like verbal aphasias and all this stuff, and fuck, it was so interesting. And it was like, oh man, like this is like, yeah, this dude is like where my grandpa was at when he was dealing with sundowning issues. Like they would compare the times when he was doing speeches in the morning, and he did so many in the morning, because when he would do interviews or speeches later in the day, it was like really, really prominent and really, really bad a lot of the time. It's very, very interesting. Yeah. Makes me a little nervous about him being president. Not like I wasn't already nervous about him being president, but especially with like the billionaire takeover of all of government that's happening. It's so bananas. Just absurd, all that's going on. We live in interesting times. The only thing that lives in your brain is remembering to take your E sometimes, and pretty girls. Those are good things to live in your brain. I think those are probably nice to have. Oh, what? Oh my goodness. I missed a whole section of stuff up here. What is happening? How did I do that? Buddy, what are you doing? Are you causing problems? It is not lap time. I'm so sorry to inform you. I regret to inform. Nope, that's not right. Wrong color. Okay, I had it at 80%. That's what I had it at. Okay, so now back down to 80. I know, I'm so mean. I'm so sorry for her. Whoa! Okay, that was weird. Everything's fine. Alright, so I've got some of the plants down. Now let's do some of, okay, I've got this base color. The base color is good for now. Now let's bring in some glorious golds. Maybe with this brush stroke instead. Oh, that's not working either. How can I make this blend the way I want it to? That's not doing it. No? Okay. Maybe 2? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Wait, it's already on 2. No, it should be 3. But 3 isn't capturing the, like... carve that inwards. There's that. There's that. Man, also another reason I'm tired, I think, is that my ear hurts where that piercing is and where I got shoulder checked. I don't know why that one piercing spot just seems to be so cursed to be damaged. Like hitting while on boat and then getting shoulder checked. Like, my goodness, what am I supposed to do? Just not get ear piercings? What a thought. What a ridiculous thought. Yeah, this is definitely going to be much more complex painting than the last one. Hey, Locust 4500, does everyone have those IKEA? Those are such good drawers. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have at least 4 of those drawer units in my house. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. I have 5 of those drawer units in my house. They're just so sturdy and they have like different heights for different stuff. I will hype up those drawers so much. They're so good. I realize it's very silly, but I stand those drawers for sure. Do you have those drawers? You got 2 in your office, they're great, but I feel like everyone has them. Yeah. I think they're cheap and they work. So it makes sense that a lot of people would have them. They're a good little object. Do you ever feel like you're the problem? Oop, you sent me to tangent. I thought you meant about the drawers for a second. I was like, no, the drawers are incredible. I am not the problem for advocating about these drawers. I will fight you on this about the drawers. But yeah, I think it's I think that if you don't ever feel like you're the problem, you are the problem. I think being willing to be like, oh, uh-oh, is it me? I think that's healthy. I think it would be much worse if you didn't think you were the problem at some points in time. You okay there, Queen, right? Well, like, sometimes you feel like in your sexuality you're being problematic. But, like, can I be wrong? I mean, it depends on what way you mean. Like, do you mean can you be wrong, like, is it okay to make mistakes? And yeah, of course, obviously. But can you be wrong in that you are misperceiving how you're being wrong about your sexuality? I mean, I think that's a more complicated question, for sure. I think I would need more context, I guess. Well, I like who I like, but sometimes I feel like, is it a bad stereotype representation? Okay, you'll spill it. Okay. Even before you spill it, I can say that, like, being aware of, like, if you are being problematic in liking who you like, it's like the idea that I feel like people have conversations on Reddit and Twitter about this all the time because of the proliferation of like the trope of white Asian guy or white guy NSF with Asian girlfriend is like such a massive trope, and dudes are like, I don't have yellow fever, I just like who I like. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure some people just like who they like, but if the only people you ever date are of one race and it's a race that you kind of fetishize about like the history and culture, like maybe be a little introspective about that. Maybe just a little bit. So like you can like who you like, but being cognizant about it is also probably a very healthy and good thing to do. If you start being aware or worried that there is a problem or you're doing something problematic. But also, I think people can sometimes pathologize themselves too much, so who knows? I don't know. I await your insight. You're gay. Yes, hello. How are you? But you're like a femme who likes femmes. And I feel like sometimes when I'm on the sapphic part of the net, I get the vibes that like the pairings are butch femme, which I feel can get into the heteronormativity of it all. Oh yeah, no, I don't think you... This is... Femme liking femme is... I feel like some people get mad about that, and it's their own like weird shit that they've got going on. That is not problematic. That is nothing that I think that and it feels gatekeepy, and it feels like sometimes you feel bad about it. Yeah, no. Like who you like femmes. Femmes are pretty and great. Yeah, when I like girls, I like femmes too, so I feel ya, 100%. I think that's definitely like reasonable and not problematic. And people who try to make it problematic are the problematic ones, honestly. There's like a lot of weird gatekeepy LGBTQ stuff, I feel like, that is very crab buckety kind of vibes, where it's like, all right, can we like, there's like enough nonsense without generating our own nonsense. Let's not. I just realized I haven't had like a girlfriend in like a decade. That's crazy. It has been a minute. More than a decade. Wow. Oof. Oh god, maybe I am like pretty straight now. Yikes. You don't know how to approach people about it. I don't think you even need to. There does seem to be a side of the gay community that is like, well, you're not gay unless XYZ. Yeah, absolutely. Part of it is because like a lot of overt lesbianism is butch femme, but like a lot of poorly written sapphic romance, whether it be written by men or women, that is like too conventionally attractive femme women. Yeah, and I think that is like probably where a lot of the vitriol comes from. But also at the same time, like, I think if you are a girl who has grown up in this culture where femininity is like marketed and capitalized on, and you see it everywhere, and it's something that appeals to you, kind of course you're going to like more femme it's just like, I don't know, it only makes sense. Like, I grew up tracing hot women in comic books when I was learning how to draw as a kid. Like, it's everywhere. It's hard not to. So femme feels like heterosapphic fetish. It makes sense to you. Yeah, but I don't think that maybe it is like culturally a fetishy thing, but also I think that I like girly cute stuff on me for a certain reason. I like those aesthetics, and so it also makes sense to me that I would like that style on somebody else and those vibes. I think that it's pretty reasonable. Also, shouldn't we want to expand the scene, not pull up the ladder? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yes, yes, yes. Most definitely. Okay, so this goes like this. Right here. This is a darker. Ooh, I need to get a darker color in here. You don't know if there's a lot of nuance in this discourse. You're a baby gay. There's like, I wouldn't necessarily say that there isn't nuance in the discourse, but I feel like a lot of people who do the discourse can be a little bit vitriolic and shut it down and kind of try to make it about like I'm the real gay and all these other gays are the fake gays. And it's like, well, that's not great. Oh, okay. Time's up. Yeah, I think there are a lot of issues with a lot of discourse around a number of things in the gay community. And it can make things tricky to parse, especially as a baby gay, I imagine. There's that. This goes like that. And then this goes like this. This actually should go like that. And then that should go like that. This should go like this. And then this will be this one. Okay. And this one curves in that way. And that one curves in that way. Okay, alright, I figured that out. What was I talking about? I don't remember. I got distracted by how cool these leaves are. I like leaves. I like shadows. How in God's name did I think I was going to do this in 30 minutes? So silly. Absolute silliness. Where's my phone? Sorry for sometimes you get the vibe that being lesbian online can get kind of turfy. Yup, and that's so whack. Sorry for the tangent, but it's something that makes you feel guilty, but you also feel a little bit justified. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah, there are a lot of wacky layers to online discourse about lesbianism and bisexuality in general, and then once you fold in, like, trans dynamics into it, it's just another... You encounter a whole fun new subset of people who have sometimes not so great opinions on things. And who are very militant about their opinions on trans people and very, very vocal about them. We were talking about this somewhat last week when we were talking about the 4B movement and how, like, it's unfortunate that so much turfiness gets folded into, like, ostensibly pro-women things. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh no. Well, maybe I'm not. Which would be... That would have been so much worse if I didn't sneeze. Sorry about that. I would have cried. It was so funny when I was at Thanksgiving, they were making fun of my uncle and me because we apparently both sneeze like my grandma. Which we do. No, they're like, it was completely justified to be making fun of us. We're definitely grandma sneezers. You learned about a trans rights pioneer was criticized by her contemporaries because of her really aggressive views about trans people, and it's like, that's so whack. Interesting. What book is it? Oh, my nose is sniffling now. Oh, I'm gonna die. I don't want to die of a sniffly nose. Okay, let's get back into these bright colors and do some carving out of these delightful bright shades. Very excited about this. So pretty. So pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous glow. This isn't correct. Huh, interesting. Okay, Transgender History by Susan Stryker, an associate professor of gender and women's studies at the University of Arizona. You were doing this bit the other day and it's terrible, but it was making me laugh about a closeted girl telling her girlfriends, yeah, sex strike. If you really need to bust, I'll take one for the team. That's funny. That'd be a good bit. Alright, I think I'm gonna finish these little highlights. And then maybe I'll go to bed because it's getting late. And I got a bunch to do tomorrow. And I'm sleepy. Do you guys feel like when it's cold, you just want to sleep more? Or do I have like low-key hypothermia in my house? I swear, I'm always dealing with temperature things one way or another in this silly little house. But I did bring the heated blanket inside, so I'm going to use that tonight. And it'll be nice and cozy, I hope. That's the goal. I don't think it's totally an unreasonable conclusion for it to be like, cold. Body should sleep more. That's probably like there's probably some nature-based, like, yes, it is winter. Hibernate, dummy. Stuff going on, maybe. No, you do. Once it drops below freezing, you get yawny. Yeah, okay, good. I'm not crazy. Cold equals sleepy. Oh, I can hear the cat fountain is low. I need to refill that before I go to bed, too. Can you guys hear that in the background? It's struggling. Hear the fountain a little? Tiny, yeah. It's so funny. What game was I playing? I briefly got into... I tried to play Nightingale, this, like, survival crafting MMO kind of game for a short bit. And, the one night that I, like, played with, random people in the world with my microphone on, I didn't have push to talk, I just had it set to do the thing because I couldn't remember what the push to talk key was regularly enough. And so one of them was like, are you peeing? And I was like, do you think I have my computer like at my I guess I could have been playing on a laptop, but I was kind of like, what do you mean? Like, what? And it turned out they were hearing the fountain. It was very, very silly. I am a Rust sicko. I haven't played Rust in a long time. I don't really need to get back into Rust, actually. I have a lot of stuff going on that I should probably focus on before getting into Rust. If I get back into any game at this point in time, it's going to be Abiotic Factor, because they released the Christmas update. And then after that, after the Christmas update, sometime soon, apparently they're supposed to be doing the, like, the next big update. So, asserting dominance by pissing on comms. Yeah. I mean, that's a strategy, I guess. Like, I've already got the, like, girl on the internet thing going for me. Why not just, like, kick it up that extra notch, too? Jesus. Alright, this is going... I think I'm liking how this is going so far. It looks... You can't speak online? Why not? Oh, I forgot this was scooched all the way over so you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. My bad. Bitch, you know who the fuck I am? I mean, I've heard you online. It's easier with somebody you trust at first. You used to be a nervous Nelly yourself. Yeah. Back in the day, I used to use a voice changer sometimes. I don't remember why I stopped. Oh, I stopped because I felt bad at one point because I felt like I was lying to people. And then everything was chill. Okay. That was many moons. Many moons ago. Thousands of years ago in online times. Oh, hello, ma'am. Can I help you? Are you so cute? Do I have a cute little lady coming to hang out? Is that what's happening? I see you. You gonna come say hi? What do you think? I have a little Thumbelina who is thinking about saying hi, but also might be second guessing herself. Because we're so scary. Oh my goodness. Oh, she might want more water, actually, isn't what it might be. I'll get it in a second, little lady. You're right. I can hear it being silly. Okay, so this is like a... You sound horrible, you hate it? Rip your vocal cords out? Bruh, no you don't. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness gracious. Stop. Has your voice changed at all since being on E? I know that it doesn't like solve for everything, but that and the like vocal practices I've heard are the combo can be pretty good, right? It doesn't? Wait, I was under that impression. Why did I think that? I'm sorry. I could have sworn it did. Huh. Well, I gotta rewrite that in my brain. Mass puberty cannot be undone. I wonder what made me think that. Huh. I'm sorry. I totally thought that that was a whole part of the thing. Damn. There's something that people do to modify their voice. Is that like a surgery then instead? Maybe that's what I'm confusing with that. All dolls who have heavenly voices have worked very hard or started JHT as teens. For that matter, femme puberty cannot be undone either. Trans girlies train themselves to sound more femme. Usually it wasn't the most unreasonable association to muck up. Yeah. Interesting. It's annoying finding out that you have like some knowledge that was like firmly cemented in your brain that you were like, yeah, there's definitely some... I have that knowledge for a reason. That's reasonable knowledge to stand by and have, and then it's like, no, it isn't. Where did you even get that knowledge from? Where did it come from? Thank you for correcting it, though. I don't like having incorrect knowledge in my brain. Okay. These soft, rosy-colored leaves reflecting the light from the bricks. That's so nice. It's gonna be so pretty when it's done. I'm excited. Why is this not blending right? Blend, 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 blend. Okay. Maybe instead of doing it that way, I should do it as a layer above it. There is a vocal fold surgery. I think maybe that's what I was thinking of. Oh, neat. But sometimes it doesn't take, and it seems like it could change your voice in unintended ways. It sounds gnarly. Well, think about things this way. If puberty made things bigger, it cannot be made smaller. Yeah. Unless you just got out of the pool. Jesus Christ. Good grief. Okay. I am sleepy, and I think I'm happy with the progress being made on this tonight, and I think that I'm gonna call it, and I think I will probably stream next Thursday. I'll do a cute little Christmas stream. I'll dress up and be cute. When is actual Christmas? What day is Christmas on? Christmas is a Tuesday after. Oh, cool. So I'll be back after Christmas. I could do a post-Christmas stream too if I wanted to. Interesting. Well, that does get small. Christmas is on a Wednesday. Nice. Okay. I might be home next the Thursday after next Thursday, but possibly not. Maybe if I am, maybe Mama Pep will come back with me and we'll do some art or something. We'll see. This is turning out cute. I'm happy with it. Thank you guys for chilling with me and hanging out and having a lovely evening. A lovely? Why did I say that way? I sound like Winnie the Pooh or Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A lovely day. Nice to chat a bit. I hope you all rest well and hope you can chat again sometime. Yeah, hell yeah. Same. Alright, y'all. It was fun hanging out. You guys have a good night, and I will, I was thinking of maybe trying to stream Sunday. I don't think I'll have time for that. But I think I'll definitely stream next Thursday. So I'll see you guys then. Where's my good night screen so I can have my good night screen? Good night.